polished story, polished story. Feel organic, feel organic. Blur the line, blur the line. Family-friendly format, family-friendly format. Won over skeptics, won over skeptics.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into something really fascinating. From 2025 K-pop Demon Hunters, or KDH. If you somehow missed it, it's this animated film that kind of brilliantly fused K-pop energy with Disney-style adventure. Pretty wild combo, right? Our mission: to unpack how KDH crossed cultural divides and what it tells us about where global entertainment is heading. It's more than just a movie. Okay, so first things first, what is KDH really? At its core, it's that mix, high-energy K-pop visuals and music wrapped up in, well, a really polished animated story. Think Pixar or Disney vibes. And interestingly, developed by Sony Pictures Animation, distributed globally by Netflix, so Western production technically.
Exactly, and that's what's so striking. Despite Sony being behind it, the film feels deeply Korean. It's got this authentic cultural DNA. It's not just surface level. You see it in the character designs, the music, obviously, but also small things, food, interactions, even hints of traditional mythology woven in.
Right, feels organic.
Totally, like Korean storytelling just adapted for global animation.
And it landed in 2025 as this huge, unexpected hit. I mean, people were really surprised. It wasn't a slow build-up either. It gained momentum incredibly fast. Especially in North America, audiences just jumped right on board. They loved the animation style, felt familiar but new. And the soundtrack, you couldn't escape it. Super catchy.
Yeah, and the themes hit home too, right? Friendship, self-discovery, universal stuff.
Right. Definitely.
And the critics noticed. Major outlets were comparing it to big hitters like Encanto or Moana. But they kept highlighting that unique Korean twist. It wasn't just fluff either. It scored over 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's, serious acclaim.
Which fueled the buzz even more. Social media just exploded. Hashtag KDH, hashtag virtual idols.
Yeah.
They were trending everywhere.
And that soundtrack you mentioned, it became its own phenomenon.
Yeah.
7 songs charted on the Billboard Global 200.
Wow, 7.
Yeah. Several even hit the top 50. It really shows the music tapped into that global K-pop appeal, maybe even broadened it.
Which leads to this fascinating hybrid fandom idea. Fans weren't just watching. They treated the animated characters like real K-pop idols.
That's wild.
Isn't it? Fan accounts, virtual fan cams, edited from movie clips, even fan art of light sticks. The ones fans wave at concerts. All over TikTok, Instagram, it's a whole new level of engagement. What do you make of that kind of fandom? It's like the line between fiction and reality just blurred.
Well, it really speaks to how younger audiences, especially Gen Z, interact with media now. They don't just consume, they participate, they create around it. And KDH's success, you absolutely have to connect it to the broader rise of K-pop globally. K-pop built this huge international base over years.
Right, but maybe struggled to break into the mainstream everywhere, or cross-generational lines.
Precisely. It was often seen as, maybe just for teens or a bit niche in some demographics.
And KDH became the bridge. It packaged that K-pop appeal in a super accessible, family-friendly format. There's that great anecdote about parents, people who completely ignored K-pop before, suddenly humming the songs after watching KDH with their kids.
Yeah, that captures it perfectly. It pulled in new audiences without alienating the core fans, and it even won over skeptics. Maybe older viewers or animation critics who went in expecting something niche or trendy,
Right.
but they came out genuinely surprised by the quality, the story's depth. Some even joked about booking flights to Korea afterwards. It really connected.
So who are the key players making this happen behind the scenes? Sony Pictures Animation led the production. And critically, Maggie Kang, a Korean-American filmmaker, directed it. Her personal connection seems vital, bringing that cultural authenticity.
Absolutely. Her vision was key. And the animation itself, mostly done by Sony's ImageWorks in Canada, but importantly with contributions from Korean artists too, it wasn't just outsourced, it was a collaboration to keep that cultural feel genuine.
And then Netflix. Their exclusive global distribution deal was massive, launching simultaneously in over 190 countries. That instantly put KDH on the map globally. Huge reach from day one.
It's a really interesting model. Sony keeps the IP, the creative control, which is smart for future stuff. Netflix provides the platform, the instant global audience. And you see this trend more now, Western studios leveraging non-Western culture, especially things already popular with Gen Z like K-pop or K-drama.
Tapping into existing cultural energy.
Exactly. That's strategic. Why build something from scratch when you can amplify what's already resonating globally?
So wrapping this up, K-pop Demon Hunters is clearly way more than just a successful animated film. It feels like a landmark.
It really is. It shows that K-pop's cultural power, combined with Western production muscle and distribution reach, can absolutely create a global phenomenon. And even if Korea doesn't own the IP, its cultural influence is right there at the heart of it, and that influence just keeps growing.
Which leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? What does this mean for the future? Are we going to see more of these powerful cultural fusions? And how might that change who gets to tell stories on a global scale? Definitely something to think about.